Yeah, gravel can definitely mean whatever you want it to mean. They're bikes that are really, really capable, more capable than a lot of people think that they might be when they first get on one of the bikes. And so it's about finding the way that you want to use a gravel bike and the places that you can take it and what type of riding you want to do on it. My name is Kevin Wolfson. I'm from Medford, Mass, right near Boston. I am the Director of Operations at Firefly Bicycles. Firefly Bicycles is a custom bicycle manufacturer. We make custom titanium bikes. Our all-road bike is our biggest tire, gravel-capable bike. And so it can be used for a huge variety of uses, from bike packing to gravel riding to some people race cross on them. But it's fully custom, so it's a pretty blank slate that can fit big tires. Almost always will have drop bars, but we can put suspension on it. It's always custom geometry, always custom fit, custom tubing, finish, components. All of it is to match the way each individual wants to use their bike. There is a huge variety of ways that people use their gravel bikes. It's a bike that leads to a more open imagination about how you can use a bike. People find their own ways to ride them and find their own places to take them, and we try to build bikes to suit. So the region that you're in definitely dictates the sort of riding you're going to do on a gravel bike. Around Boston, a lot of gravel riding is maybe like 4 or 5 minutes on a nice maintained dirt path, and then you're on a mountain bike trail. Around the Upper Valley in Vermont, New Hampshire, where we are, it's a lot of extended, beautiful dirt roads that turn into rougher dirt roads depending on the time of the year, or class 4 roads that are not maintained. We build bikes for people in the middle of the country where the gravel roads are, big, chunky, hard to ride gravel, and that calls for different equipment, different gearing, and different geometry. And then we build bikes for people on the West Coast where a gravel bike, they're riding it up the side of a hill in LA and then descending down a 40-mile-an-hour dirt road, and they need a bike that's going to be stable and confident and fast in those conditions. So totally wherever you are dictates where you're going to ride and how you're going to use the bike. My all-road bike is designed for the sort of riding that I like to do. Often that means you're riding on the road for 20 minutes to find 5-minute, 10-minute, 15-minute stretch of trail. And so I designed it with a fit that feels more or less like a road fit, maybe like a cross racing fit, so that I feel comfortable on those longer road sections and quick enough on those longer road sections. And with a little bit of a sort of mountain bike, cross-country mountain bike leaning steering geometry, so that when I do hit a surprise section of single track trail, the bike feels okay in those sections. I wanted to come back to the Upper Valley because I went to school up here, and when I was in school up here, I stuck to a handful of routes that I knew. I was racing on the road, and so I was riding paved road routes. Sometimes I'd find myself on dirt roads on my road bike, and that was fine, but I really wasn't exploring that much. People who live up here have discovered that this is sort of like a mecca for gravel riding, and I wanted to see some of what that was about. The roads that are up here are obviously not new. What's new is that you have a bike, or you can have a bike, that can get you out to these far-flung roads and that you can be confident riding on. So maybe 10 years ago you could do them on a road bike, but you might be worried about flats. You might run out of gears on a steep climb, or you might worry that you get to a section that's not as well maintained and suddenly you don't have the right traction. And now all of those limits are gone. So you can explore more freely and find sort of a whole new world of roads and places to ride. I saw what I would describe as road after road, gravel road, dirt road after dirt road, that looked like an artist's representation of what a perfect dirt road would be. We'd come around a corner and it would just like blow me away. The view, the quality of the roads, the twisty nature, just how peaceful and quiet it is. It was just beautiful. Compared to what I remember, it's like a whole new world. I have a friend who grew up skateboarding, and I remember once he told me that when he was on a skateboard, he saw the world totally differently, because a curb wasn't just a curb, stairs weren't just stairs, everything was a line. And to me, that's what being on a gravel bike up here is like. It's a whole new world of riding and of roads and of places to explore.